Hey, Patriots, welcome back. Been a little while. Weather gods haven't been kind to old badass here. I haven't been able to get out, so the past 2 weeks I've only been out for a day and a half. Anyway, I got a little something to, a couple of little things that happened along the way, and I want to give you a story. I don't know, this story's been, I don't know, it came up in my mind, and from time to time I think about this because it's not like something that happens to everybody. And I've done the research. It's only been, I think it's like 4% of the people that have a message of some kind, a message from an outer under that that actually have physical evidence of that encounter or that message. Sort of like the Moses walking up to the burning bush and getting coming down with the stone tablets with the written message. When I was a young man, and I would say, I guess it'd be a good time to bring this up. I was about Owen Shorer's age, and one of the things that happened to me this last Thursday is I got a call from Owen Shorer. He was in town and gave me a call and invited me out on the town with him, so it was kind of neat. I think that's flattering. I think that's kind of neat when a young man, of his stature, uh, would go through the effort to, you know, flatter me by coming out with him and partying for the evening. So him and a couple of other Infowar listeners went out and had a fun evening going to watch the Foo Fighters. Anyway, it was a fun night. It was nice to be out with them. But when I was about Owen Shorer's age, I was a seaman. I was working as a boatman on a boat on the river, a river tug. Now, if you know anything about the river, river tug is one that takes care of the barges that are at the fleet, and a fleet of barges will be tied to a shoreline, and then they might attach a tier, what's called a tier of barges, one tied to another, um, to the shoreline. So you might have, I don't know, let's say as many as a dozen barges on one shoreline, uh, all tied together side by side, right? So you tie them up here and you tie them in the back, right? And they're all stacked wrong. Well, one evening, and about 2:30 in the morning, we get a call. And there was a couple of loaded barges coming in that were coming into the fleet. We had to tie up to one of the tiers. Now, on this tier they were going to tie up to, there were two empty barges. Now, when you got loaded barges, of course, they're low in the water, and so the empty ones are high because they're empty. So we had to take these two empty barges away from the loaded tier, and so I'm like jumping up and down trying to undo these barges. And we got them away. As we're pulling away from the loaded tier, I hear something snap. Now, the river's running high. You got to be aware that if a barge breaks loose and it starts careening down and hits other tiers, other barges break loose. Before you know it, you got a river full of barges coming careening down the river. I was in the largest breakaway to ever be on the Mississippi, so I know what that's like. It's very dangerous. So as I'm walking towards the end of the barge, right, to take a look, the spotlight from the tug gets my eyes, and I go walking right off into the water. I got steel-toe boots on, full rain gear. It's cold. So it's hard for me. I'm starting sinking. Now, I'm doing everything I can. I start like doing a striptease underwater, so I won't sink. Try to take the steel-toe boots off, but couldn't get them off. So I'm doing everything I can to keep my face above water. And the next tier down is an empty tier. I can't swim to the shore. It's all lined with barges, so you can't get to shore. So the next tier down is an empty tier, and if I hit that, I go under, and then nobody sees me for 2 weeks. I bob back up, and if they find my body at all. So I figured, well, I only got one shot here. In the loaded tier that I'm next to, that I'm drifting by, when the water goes under the barge and then comes up on the other side, it forms an eddy. It, pushes up a bit. So I figure, well, I'm praying that there's a barge low enough in that tier that I might be able to climb up on. Well, every bit of strength I have, I'm using to get to the back of that tier. So I'm fighting against the current and everything else to get in there. So I'm nearly out of strength, and there was one barge. There's the third barge in. It's called the UBC 183. Can't forget that. And it was about 3 feet out of the water, so arm's length out. And so I'm, head just bobbing out of the water. And so I worked my way over to it. I figured I got one shot at this. So I reach up and I grab this edge of that barge, and I just reach up with my other arm, grab on. I mean, assholes and elbows, man. All the strength I had left in me, which was because my body was starting to freeze up. And I get up on this barge, and I'm just there with my head in my hands, heart's pumping, adrenaline's rushing. And oh God, thank God. And I opened up my eyes, and the first thing I see, scratched in the bulkhead, just a few feet from me, were these words: "You have been saved from a watery grave. Know the reason why." Put my head back in my arms and I'm going, no. And I look up, read those words again. I go, my God. Well, I quit the boats. And it took me a long time contemplating. And I wasted a lot of that time not heeding that warning. And I know the reason why. It's be fighting this fight. It's be doing God's work. And with your help, I'm going to continue. Without your help, I'm going to continue. But I'd like to have your help. So please do, if you can, go to my shop and get one of my designs. I really, really like it when you do that. But if you just want to throw money at me, go ahead. Subscribestar.com, Badass Uncle Sam, and just go to Subscribestar. Hit Badass Uncle Sam. You got tiers that you can contribute at, become a patron. But help me in this fight, okay? Now, aside from that, this is the fight. I'm going to get into these two little clips here. This is I mean, for the day and a half I was out, I had a bunch of great conversations with patriots. You know, people are coming up and thank me for what I'm doing out there and all, because things are getting stranger and stranger and weirder and weirder, right? And people are recognizing and knowing to be out there on the streets and spreading the message is, well, take some kahoonies. So people appreciate it. And I just don't give a shit. I mean, I don't feel it is because, again, in this video, you're going to see. Now, these are three cucks, actually. And the left is, of course, they're controlled. They really don't have any minds of their own. Now, the first guy up, and I guess the new talking point is that's been up, it's being that the Russia thing has collapsed on them and every bit of mud they try to throw at Trump doesn't stick. They're now, of course, since taxes came out, that, you know, he's a bad man because he's had bankruptcies. Yeah, he ought to be impeached for that. As if, you know, having a bankruptcy is against the law. Anybody that's had a lot of businesses or has multiple businesses know that some of them go bankrupt. Sometimes you let business go bankrupt for tax reasons. So anyway, regardless. So the first idiot comes up and, of course, you know, I ask him why he thinks Trump ought to be in jail, and that's what he gives me. Now the second couple, I mean, God, I don't know how people expect you to react when they come at you aggressively and just immediately demean you. What are you supposed to like? What? Of course, me, I don't take it very well. And sometimes I don't react very well. I did my best to try to control myself on this one, but I couldn't because the woman was just so damn hardcore. And her husband. I mean, but you're going to see that. I mean, when I'm asking her to have like a conversation, and she's trying to tell me how intelligent she is, of course, but every other word out of her mouth is a vulgarity. And there's no articulation at all in anything that she says. And then her fat ass husband, of course, you know, running around in the background. That's the only thing I noticed. These cowards always put their women up first. You know, they hang out in the background. They ain't got the balls to come up and confront me. Then, you know, so they send their women in first, the cucks that they are. So anyway, that's what all this is. It's just another cuck video of two, you know, horrible, brain dead. Again, why does any liberal want to be like this? Why would anybody even call themselves liberal or want to associate themselves? I mean, if you look at my other videos with the people who are Trump supporters or conservatives or you know, at least, you know, open-minded, there's a level of intelligence and at least respect for other views that just does not exist in the Trump derangement syndrome people. That's what you see here in this one. So that's what these are. Just some disgusting people. So without further ado, you know, let's get to this video, and then I've got to, you know, the rest of them are actually that I have for the day and a half I was out there are going to be rather nice. Some good ones and some good information in them too. So I want to thank you all for putting up with me and listening to me, and God bless you all. And here we go on the streets.
You ever watch the news?
Well, it depends on what news. What news do you watch?
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
You're
What
exactly
news do you watch?
I watch Fox and CNN.
Yeah, okay. Well, I have a thing with the news that I kind of say is like anytime they pay commercial money, they're beholden to the commercial money. So, you know, I don't think we ever hear any of the truth on any of the news channels. We hear portions of it or just what they want us to hear. But I don't think CNN has any truth to it.
It's kind of like the Mueller report. We never did hear none of that either.
Well, matter of fact, they just read they just read the entire. That's why we have a Congress that doesn't do anything. They just yesterday, you know what they did? They spent the entire day.
I didn't think you watched any news. Now, what's the truth about that?
Sir, it's my damn business to do that. I know I've forgotten more than you know. That's why you're walking away, because you can't have an intelligent conversation with me. You cannot have an intelligent conversation with me. Hey, that doesn't say I don't watch it. I said I watch it. I don't trust it. As I said, you can't have an intelligent conversation with me. You cannot have an intelligent conversation with me. That's why you're walking away. You cannot tell me why he should go to jail either.
I don't have to walk away.
You cannot tell me why he should go to jail either.
Yeah.
Why?
He's a fucking crook. That's why.
Why? How's he a crook? Tell me how's he a crook.
Well, he's went bankrupt 4 or 5 times.
That's not being a crook. People
Yes,
go
it is.
bankrupt.
You don't know what it is?
Bullshit. That's not against the law to go bankrupt.
No, it ought to be against the law.
Ought to be. So it's not against the law, but it ought to be.
Yeah, it is against the law because you're fucking everybody. You barred.
No. People go bankrupt all the time. I've had business go bankrupt. Because sometimes when you have a lot of business, you go bankrupt. That's not against the law, you nitwit.
Do they pay the people off that they've cheated out of their money when they go bankrupt?
People go bankrupt all the time, man. I know bankrupt lawyers all the time. That's not against the law, you moron.
I had a buddy that went out, but you know what he done? He paid the people he owed.
Yes, that's what you do. You pay them penalty else, but that has nothing to do with them going to jail. That's legal, you moron.
Yeah, it's a fucking moron.
Yeah, well, I know the law. You don't.
We gotta get your dad's photo.
How you doing, folks?
Hi, I see that you really are advocating for free speech.
Yes.
Well, I think that you're a really shitty person for supporting Donald Trump.
Well, why would you say that?
Because he is a shitbag, and it's evident all over.
Man, can you speak without emotion?
No, I can't.
You can't speak without emotion.
No, I can't, because you know what? You piss me off.
I piss you off. How do I piss you off?
Because this is shitty.
What's shitty?
That is shitty.
What's shitty? Tell me what. Define it, lady.
I don't need to define it.
How about free speech? What are you going to do about it?
My free speech is calling you shitty.
Good.
You're
Who gives a
Okay, you know what? There's a lot of people.
Who cares what you think?
There's a lot of people who care what I think.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Try and stop me?
No, I'm going to tell you you're shitty.
Okay, what? Give me a definition of what's wrong with Donald Trump.
Donald Trump has declared bankruptcy how many times?
That's not against the law, so what?
Okay, you know what is against the law? Walking up to women and grabbing them by their pussies. Grabbing people like me.
It was consensual, lady.
No, you don't walk up to women. No.
He said it was consensual. When you're a billionaire, you go to the parties and the women don't mind. It was consensual.
You know what? You know what?
See, that's the language you get. Vulgar.
You just told me that you didn't give a fuck.
That's the whole liberal thing. Vulgar.
You told me
that's all the intellectual language you got. That's it, pal. You're vulgar and you're stupid and you're a coward.
Did you go to college?
Oh, what does that mean? Oh, see, now you wave your diploma like that means a big deal. I know a lot of educated idiots. I might be looking at one. See? Absolutely ignorant.
I got you.
Absolutely. So I'm glad you're showing your ignorance on camera.
We're not ignorant. We're brilliant.
Then you can't define it. You came up cussing at me. How can you be brilliant? How can you be brilliant cussing at me?
Because you're a shitty person.
See, how's that brilliant? You can't define that. How am I shitty?
Oh, this is good times.
That is shitty.
What's shitty about it? Define it.
I did. A guy who wants to grab women by the pussies.
Consensually.
No, it's not.
Then where are the charges?
He says
Where are
you
the
can-
charges?
He says you can.
If he's
they
going
are-
to
there are
grab
women-
people by the pussy, it'd be charges. Where are the charges?
There are women who are suing him right now. It's all over the news.
No. Well, it's not. Show me. Show me where it's on the news.
We should just leave.
Show me where it's
$10
on the
million.
news.
$10 million
I will give you $10 right now to show me on the news where he's being sued. I want you to show me.
I can show you.
Good. Show me where he's being sued right now.
When was the last time you got laid?
Come on. Come on. Show me. I'll give you $10 right now. Show me where he's being sued.
Donald Trump's being sued by like 1,000.
Show me where he's being sued for grabbing a woman by the pussy. Show
He's
me.
being sued for sexual assault. by
Show me
several
that.
women.
Show me where. Come on. Show me. Show me.
Cheryl's about to get $10. We give it to a homeless person. Yes, we do. 2 days before I left for vacation, I got 5 out of 6 windows.
All those cases were thrown out of court. All of them. Matter of fact, in some of the cases, he wasn't even in the city that the accusations was happening at the time.
Charity money.
Show me, lady. I'm waiting.
Donald Trump has been accused of sexual assault and sexual harassment, including non-consensual.
Accused. Show me where the suit is, lady. Show me where the current suit is.
Since 19.
Show me where the current suit
These
is.
accusations have.
Accusations. Anybody can make accusations, honey.
Right, look at accusations,
These
Mr.
accusations have resulted.
Yes,
in
shut up, potty
Will
mouth.
you listen?
Well, what are you going to do?
Will you
Kick my
listen?
ass with your fucking stick? Fuck you.
It
I
says-
don't have to kick your
it says-
ass, you idiot. You're the one that's
You're
kicking
not
your own
listening.
ass.
Give me the $10. These accusations. have
Accusations.
resulted in
I said
three widely-
charges, lady. Show me the court case.
Resulted in three.
Show me the
I'm
court
trying.
case.
You're not listening to me because you're blithering. These accusations have resulted in 3 widely reported instances of litigation, including his wife.
Which were what? Has they been litigated? They were thrown out of court.
There
No, they
are.
weren't.
They were thrown out.
They're
They were settled. He paid.
Settled out
Show me
of
where they were
court.
settled.
He paid.
Including breach of
When
contract.
people
Well,
settle it by paying, it means they're saying you're going to lose in court.
dude, give me
You
my
fucking-
$10.
I know you didn't show me shit, lady. All you showed me is accusations.
Here's the
You didn't show me.
Let's go, Cheryl.
Became public before Trump's candidacy.
You didn't show me shit.
You have no honor.
You didn't show me shit, lady. And you're vulgar, and your old man's vulgar, and he's a coward. The two of you are horrible, despicable, lowlifes. Both of you. Lowlifes. Lowlifes. Lowlifes.
I got my beard. I know you.
I want to thank you all for coming by and listening to my rambling. I hope you like the barge story. It's been popping up in my mind lately, and I hope you can support me. So, if you like these videos, please go to my shop. You know, Threadless. You got good quality shirts, and get yourself a couple of designs. All right. Thanks for showing up, and I'll talk to you shortly. God bless you all.